And welcome back to another episode of The Outer Worlds. Last time, I mostly did the character creator, covering a bunch of the stuff in there there's some pretty funny commentary. And then, I got all the way out to Captain Hawthorne's ship. So, let's go ahead and dive right back on in. Alright, so we left off, we had just talked to whatever her name is here, and it looks like I've got some skill and perk points available. Hang tight for a second. Alright, so I think we're done in here. I just leveled up real quick.
I'll be with you, friend. I'm Ernie from the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources. Town sent me hereabouts to check on the guards. Now, seems to me, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but seems to me that the ranking officer is dead. Mind telling me what happened here?
Oh, sure, officer. I mean, investigator or whatever. Yeah, the guards and the locals had a bit of an altercation. I don't like your tone, Ernie. um, we'll go with the first one.
Altercation, you say? Yeah, shame as that goes. Spacer's Choice policy strictly prohibits dying during work hours. Guess I'd better get to cleaning up. Can't just leave company property scattered about, bleeding out on the dirt.
Yeah, yeah, you should probably look into that. I could use their gear. No sense in letting a good suit of armor go to waste. Good idea, and clean up the ship while you're at it. Don't you care that she died? I already got that answer from the tone of his voice. Good idea, and clean up the ship. Um, uh, this one's funnier.
Is that an official Spacer's Choice spacecraft on an official Spacer's Choice landing pad? Do I look like an automechanical sanitation unit? The answer to both questions is no. You'll want to amble on over to Edgewater at your earliest convenience. Constable's office might have work for someone with your, let's just say, aggressive disposition. Oh, and be sure to stop by the Edgewater Provisioner for a can of salt tuna. It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice.
Um, I expected that to be a little funnier than that, but whatever, we'll take it. Hang on, I want to ask you something.
Don't get paid bits to chat with strangers. You want to chew the rag, go talk to Silas over by the cemetery.
Alright, fine. What happened to the other guy? Because only one of them actually died in that altercation. At least it weren't my fault. I have a feeling that if I had said I want their stuff, that he was probably going to tell me that it's company property, and he couldn't give it to me anyways. Alright, let's see here. So, for giggles, we're going to run pantsless for now here because I suspect I will run into more people to talk to very shortly. That up there doesn't look none too friendly. I'm gonna guess this is a pathway. Yep, there's a path there. So we have more marauders. Okay, we'll put some armor on. It's all apparently the same here. Whew, he almost seen me. I think he's the only one. Nope, he is not the only one. We'll go ahead and take that, and unfortunate resident. And when they die in the tall grass, it's hard to find where they fell. There we go. We'll holster that thing back up. This was that guy. One more body somewhere. There you are. Nothing on you. Still looks like I'm going the right way. Ooh, look at that night sky. That looks cool. What a pretty view. I wonder what that thing up there is. Alright, let's, oh yeah, it's gonna tell me about maintenance, repair stuff, unequip, unequip. Let's see if we've got some funny dialogue from any of these people walking into town.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend.
Well, I'm just passing through. How do you know I'm not a marauder? Which one would be funnier?
You talk too pretty for a marauder. Most of them just grunt and yell. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices.
Let's see, didn't get your name, chat. That might be an interesting question. Nice to meet you. I am Alex Hawthorne, captain of the Unreliable. Is that why you've got armed guards?
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
In humor? Is that supposed to be funny? I honestly don't know. Is that really a word? About power regulator. Let's see. What do I say? Junior in humor. Fancy title for a gravedigger.
Hey, I earned that fancy title. Started off a lowly junior gravesite builder, then junior interment engineer. Oh, and I was a junior burial assistant for a time.
A few titles. You seem pretty old to be a junior in anything. Well, that's kind of rude.
The rate I've been working, I'm bound to earn a promotion. Must be about 50, 60 burials away from associate in humor.
Well, let's see. Who do I talk to about a power regulator?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Who wants to know? You're asking the wrong person. I do what I want. Depends on the work. You offer me a job.
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
So you want me to collect what's owed for you? Why can't you collect these fees? Why are you making people pay for their own graves?
Company policy. If it was up to me, I'd put the whole town 10 feet under, free of charge.
I mean, technically, don't we pay for our own graves anyways? I guess it's those we leave behind who pay for it. Why don't you collect these fees yourself?
Quotas, mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill. Bodies won't bury themselves, you know?
And the day they do is the day you run for the hills. Alright, I'll collect your fees for you.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Abernathy's kind of a fun name.
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Where can I find these
Conrad's
people?
got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
Something else I need to ask you.
Yeah?
Let's see. This town must be in pretty bad shape if it's keeping you employed.
You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds.
You're not worried about falling sick?
Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
How long have you been a junior inhumer, gravedigger, whatever?
Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1... all my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem is the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees.
You lose a lot of people to marauders?
Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards.
Ah. What are they after? Loot?
Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna dock my pay. Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head.
Can I skip the dialogue?
20, 30, carry the 1...
I wanted to get back to that other option.
Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise.
I don't know how to skip.
The...
There we go, we gotta skip. It didn't get me back to that option. Alright. I thought it was gonna let me pick that one about helping out with the marauder issue. Can I talk to him again?
You mind not running around bare ass? You're making my associates uncomfortable.
Question.
Yeah?
Oh, here we go. That one's new. You hear any news about the Hope? Reminder, that was the spaceship that the colony ship that that scientist, what's his face, found me on.
The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great big starship packed full of colonists what got lost in the aether never to be found again? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was terribly convincing, far as rumors go. There a reason you asking?
I don't understand. Are you saying everybody's forgotten about us? Yeah, it's real. I'm living proof. We'll go with the top one. I don't understand. Are you saying everybody's forgotten about us?
Hope's just a rumor, friend. Ancient rumor at that. Maybe you've been out in the sun too long. Why don't you head over to the cantina? Get yourself some zero-G brew. It's a brew that's good for what ails you.
This is ridiculous. Let's see. I don't understand. They said the colony was expecting us.
Look, I don't know what's got you caterwauling about Hope this and Colony that, but you need to stop, or there's gonna be trouble.
Where's the trouble in asking a question?
Trouble's in the asking. Board don't much care for folk running their mouths, spreading hoaxes and the like. Frankly, neither do I.
It's not a hoax, though. I literally came from the Hope.
Something I can do for you?
Nope. Guess not.
Beats working at the cannery.
I could really go for some
And we're at Edgewater. Wait, are they putting... They're putting rebar or something over top of these? Those... Are these like the old sites, or are these the rich people? A bunch of these out in front and just barely have dirt over top of them. Good old West attitude. Make a pine box and shove you in the ground. Oh, those... Are they just a lid? Or is that literally all the tomb is? Okay, so this is all steel. I think I'm in the Inhumer's office. Use terminal. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Messages. From Inhumer's Association. Dear reader, your subscription to the Inhumers Association newsletter has expired. We'd like to invite you to renew your subscription. Act now, and we'll throw in a copy of our newest publication, Shovels, Gazette, and Quarterly. Okay, that sounds like fun. Burial invoice. Hack. Got some XP for that. From Theodore Granger. Or, wait, this is an invoice. Theodore Granger. Cause of expiration. That's a fun way to put it. Industrial accident. Burial status successfully interred in gravesite 13-F. Gravesite fees paid and accounted. Inhumer's addendum. Teddy's corpse was missing a hand. Deducted 5 bits from gravesite fee because I'm a kindly fellow. I'm fairly certain that my using that terminal is probably not exactly legal, so I should probably be careful what I interact with because I noticed everything was red. Early retirement. Do you want to end your years in luxury and comfort? Do you dream of walking beneath vaulted arches of Byzantium? Early retirement is finally here. Early retirement is your ticket to Byzantium. Early retirement is Chairman Rockwell's and Minister Clark's gift to you. Select for early retirement process is by... Selection for the early retirement process is by lottery. Winners enjoy an all expense paid trip to their new life in Byzantium, the Jewel of Halcyon. Is that a light? A window? I don't know what that is. A solar panel? Whatever. Let's go enter town. I don't know why I drew a weapon out coming through the door, but we'll put it away.
Keep your distance, friend.
Oop.
Sick house is no place for a traveler.
Okay. Nothing bothering me none.
I appreciate the company and all, but you really ought to leave. You don't want to be seen around me.
You don't sound too good. You feeling okay? I guess this is the sick house. I go where I want.
Hey, keep it down. That kind of talk's bound to put sights on the both of us. I'm in about as much trouble as I can be. No reason you ought to be tarnished by association. People are gonna talk.
I don't mind. Why? Let's see. You make it sound like I'm being watched. I know I'm being watched. I don't mind.
I don't know which company you work for, but if it's Spacer's choice, boss can still write you up for fraternizing with an incompetent worker. Maybe you don't know this, but there's a real simple reason you don't talk to the plagued. You don't want what we've got.
Yeah, you know what? I've got some training. I could take a look at it for you.
Don't. Please. I could get into a lot of trouble.
You obviously need help.
That's kind of you to say, I suppose. But I don't need help. What I need is to understand my own folly. Company always tells us, weak spirits lead to weak bodies. If I didn't want to fall sick with plague, maybe I should have worked harder. Maybe I should have taken more pride in my work.
That's ridiculous. You can't blame yourself because you got sick.
I really wish you wouldn't say those sorts of things. I told you once already. People could be listening. I'm feeling a touch faint. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a spell.
Okay. If you insist. I'll walk around. See what else I can find. Hello. The sick house is full of sickness. And I don't mean sick people. Ew, that is nasty. I'm gonna close that door back up. That's stealing. Poor resident has expired. You're probably not quite expired, but don't look so good. I'm going to assume you're okay. Well, you've expired. So has the mechanical sentry. You don't need that anymore. I'll put it to better use. Maybe later. Oop, wrong button.
I don't know if you're trying to cheer me up, but it ain't working. Could you put on some clothes, please?
That's why you sometimes walk around without any clothes on in these games. See what fun you can have.
Another day at the cannery.
Don't go knocking your work. At least we've got work.
technology is us taking a drink.
Move along.
Staying long?
Is it sun up or something here? Everybody's either going home or they're heading to work.
You read the latest report?
Only the part that said we ain't making our quotas.
If only McDevitt's folk hadn't abandoned us, Cannery could use those extra hands.
Nothing we can do about that.
Sure there is. We can have another 0G.
I don't know you.
I'm Rein Quest.
Amelia Kim, Spacer's Choice Beverage Dispenser. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here.
Perception and charm. And what a fine establishment it is. Yeah, we're gonna go with charm. And what a fine establishment.
You really think so? That's kind of you. I've been trying to keep the floors clean. You got no idea how long it takes to scrub the tiles. Guess I misreckoned you. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be curt. We just got some problems lately. I can get you a drink if you'd like. Gotta ask you to enjoy your beverage within the premises, though. Can't risk you bringing a drink over to those deserters. You understand.
What's this about deserters now?
Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you?
Let's see. I want to talk to Reed. Where can I find him?
Do you now? And what makes you think Mr. Thompson wants to talk to you? He's a busy man. You want to talk to Mr. Thompson, try ignoring your duties. He'll summon you up to that great big tower atop the cannery, and you'll get yourself a proper dressing down.
A proper dressing down indeed. I'll tell you who's gonna get a dressing down if I get up to see him. You say it like it's a good thing.
It is a good thing. If you're not pulling your weight, you don't deserve to live here. Simple as that.
There's something else I want to ask you.
Go ahead.
So what's your
I don't
story?
see how that's any of your business.
I'm not trying to judge you. I'm just curious.
You're the first to ask after me in some time. I'll give you that. But I don't have a story to share. My family's worked Spacer's Choice for 2 generations, and I've lived in Edgewater just about all my life. Wanted to work in the sciences once upon a time. Would you believe it? That was a wild fancy. Glad I disabused myself.
Let's see. So you had a dream of being a scientist. What happened?
What happened, you ask? What always happens when you're dreaming? I woke up. I just didn't have the brains for it. Asked too many questions. Wasn't suited to the work. So I did the right thing and worked the life I was always meant to live. Now that I'm behind a bar, I can ask all the questions I want. Important ones. Like, when are you gonna pay your tab? And would you like another round of cold, refreshing 0G?
Asking questions is the foundation of science. The best scientists ask too many questions.
Don't talk to me that way, please. Spent many years disabusing myself of that notion. Don't need you putting it back in my head. Lab work ain't for me. Never was. Never will be. Spacer's Choice put me where I belong, and for that, I am grateful.
You've been scrubbing dishes all your life, huh?
What's wrong with that? It's good, honest work. Pots and pans don't scrub themselves. Glasses don't fill themselves either. Unless you're in Byzantium. I hear everything's automated there. Not that I'll ever find out.
Well, sounds like Spacer's Choice took care of you.
They did. They gave me a life. Gave me a purpose. This is where I belong.
Thanks for the story.
Not so fast. I told you about my life. Your turn to tell me about yours. So, what's your story?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
That right? Prove it.
Okay. Let's see, which one is the best? That one's funny. I could lie. I'm an alien spirit of pure aether inhabiting a human body to learn about your kind. Let's see. Do I give her the literal? A crazy scientist stranded me on this planet with no way out other than a broken down ship? Or the other truth? I'm the last survivor of the colony ship Hope. Everyone else is frozen.
Ah, I know that serial drama. They were playing it just the other night. What was it called? The Last Spacer? You're right. I don't believe you. I'd advise you to keep that story unsaid. Don't want people thinking you're a loon.
Oh, everybody's gonna think I'm a loon. What if I told you I just got shot into space by a crazy scientist?
Ugh, is this the start of a joke? If you want me to laugh at your jokes, it's a 3-drink minimum.
Let's see. I wish it was a joke. I'm not joking. My escape pod landed in the hills on top of a guy.
Look, I don't know what you're blathering about. If you took a blow to your skull, you really should settle down with some zero-G. Anyhow, whatever happens outside the walls is not my business. Only deserters and marauders wander out there, and I cannot tell you which I revile more. My world is these 4 walls, that door, and a row of mugs that need cleaning.
Sounds like you're afraid to go outside.
Let me make something clear. Spacer's Choice has been real good to me. The town's been real good to me. I start gallivanting around outside the walls, poking around in places I shouldn't be, learning things I've got no right to know. People will talk. Won't ever catch me asking about the world outside. Else the town's gonna say Amelia's gone soft. That Amelia's pondering desertion. I don't want that.
Let's see. All got our jobs to do. Imagine, I imagine you'd want to get out of town with that plague and all. Let's see. I think it's a mistake, living your life on everyone else's terms.
There you go with that thinking again. Didn't anyone ever tell you it's dangerous?
Yeah.
I've said enough. People come here to drink their problems away. If they wanted to face their problems, they'd go see our vicar.
Yeah, it might be where I'm heading next. I should go. Although I'm going to talk to you one more time to see if you get something funny to say.
Oh, I almost forgot. I'm contractually obligated to recite company slogans to any visitors. We'll get you mostly drunk at half the price. Spacer's Choice.
Just felt like chatting.
Go ahead.
I've been asking around. No one seems to know anything about the Hope.
The Hope? No, I've never mixed a drink by that name. I could get you a rum and something if you like. Wait, no, never mind. We're all out of something.
I'm not talking about a drink. I'm from the Hope myself. For whatever reason, there's a big cover-up to the Hope. Anybody from it? Why nobody wants to... Yeah, I'm not talking about a drink. I'm from the Hope.
You feeling a bit flushed? Look, why don't you go set yourself down in the corner before you get all tangle-footed?
I'm not drunk. I just want to know if anybody else made it off the Hope.
Then pretend you're drunk. Sober folk don't talk the way you are. Not unless they're looking for a trip to Tartarus.
Ooh.
The Hope's folklore, all right? 60, 70-year-old folklore by now. The board don't approve of spreading seditious rumors and falsehoods. You're inviting trouble talking that way, and I don't want a part of it.
You sound scared. What is Tartarus? I want to go to Tartarus. That sounds like fun.
Look, either shut your gob or stick a drink in it. We're done talking about this.
Whatever, give me a drink.
Coming right up.
Yeah, we got that, and not actually gonna buy something.
You tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Go ahead. Suppose I did. Ready to talk about it? What's there to figure out? Stands to reason you work for a company. You ain't Spacer's choice. Could be you're with Auntie Cleo.
Lie. That's right, I'm with Auntie Cleo. Oh, wait, I'm in... Yeah, whatever. I don't work for a company. There's more to life than company you work for. We're gonna go with this one. I don't work for any.
You're one of those freelancers, then? Running about Halcyon, selling off your loyalties to the highest bidder? Well, good luck trying to figure yourself out. Sounds like you'll need it.
Before long, I'll be doing way better than you.
Somebody's been rambling about some colony ship. I wonder what that's about.
We don't get a lot of visitors.
Never seen you here before. You a visitor? Welcome. On behalf of the Spacer's Choice family, let me welcome you to, where am I again?
How much have you been drinking? It's Edgewater. I've been asking myself the same question.
Oh, I ask myself questions all the time. For example, why do we spend money on these fancy latrines when we have a perfectly good wall outside?
Wow. Shouldn't you be working? I think you've had a little too much to drink.
Oh, it's fine. I'm only on my 3rd bottle. I don't start heaving up my guts as long as I can count to 3. Company lets me imbibe as much zero-G brew as I can afford. Even gave me a discount on account of my injury. You jealous yet?
Jealous? Sure. And you're talking like this after only your 3rd one? I hope that's some strong stuff.
Yep. Got my mitt stuck in a rotor wheel. Shredded my wrist up real good. Conrad went and sewed up my hand, but I couldn't do much about the pain. Boss was real generous to me, though. Got myself a 5% discount on zero-G brew. After the 2nd bottle, the only pain I feel is emotional.
Doesn't sound like a half-bad idea. Or half-bad deal. Man, I can't read today. You sound like you need a surgeon.
Hey, Conrad's a surgeon. Well, he's a barber. That's like surgery, but for your hair.
Yes, it's surgery for your hair. Hey, I've got some medical. Why can't I offer him some services?
Well, that's not fair. Every time I strip down in my unmentionables, I get yelled at.
How's the hand?
Numb to the bone thanks to zero-G brew. Zero-G brew. It's an ale that's good for what ails you.
Alright, you take care, buddy. Let's go find this Conrad once. That looks like a barber shop. I think he was on the list of people I had to collect money from anyways.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Relax, I'm clean. Wait. I can intimidate. I can show you my hands.
So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Let's see, what do I want to start with? I'm looking to repair my ship.
A ship? Dear me. You seem to have lost the ability to distinguish between reality and fantasy. This is what happens when you let your imagination run wild. I don't approve of fantasizing. It's a dreadful habit, corrosive to the mental faculties. You ought to let the vicar take a look inside your head.
I don't like how that sounds.
Vicar Maximilian, our man from the OSI, here to spread the message of scientism like a soothing balm upon a feverish head. Or so you'd expect. You'll find him in our local church, probably neglecting his duties.
You don't seem to like him much.
He doesn't seem to like us much. The vicar has not been with us long, and in his relatively short tenure in Edgewater, gives off the distinct whiff of superiority.
Okay. Silas sent me to collect your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
And a ditch he might. I don't care. Pay up. You have a very loose definition of the word prosperity. That's some quality drama, Conrad. You should audition. Ha, there we go.
Thank you, no. I despise the cereals. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay. And that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Hang on, medical rights?
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Just give Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
Let's see, what's in here? Stealing stuff, stealing more stuff, and stealing other stuff. Hello, we've got ourselves some bodies back here. Oop, apparently that's all stealing. Oh, it's a fridge. Okay. What do we got here? A letter from Phyllis. Conrad, receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company's gonna have to call it for what it is. Destruction of Spacer's Choice property. Eugene was an asset, and somebody has to pay his body price. This is gonna ruin us. So I was thinking that we pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth, heirlooms passed down his heirlooms passed down his family or something. Okay, I did read it literally. Let's see, where was I? You're processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry them out. We sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet, use the bits to pay his body price, and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal the next time you see me. Wag your eyebrows. Phyllis G. We got an update. and it was probably for you.
What can I do for you?
Let's start with this one. With medical skill, you sound like you've had some training. I know a thing or two about medicine.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
Only if we use the term doctor loosely. So you prepare corpses for burial? I'm guessing you were trained at a medical school. That's only if we use the term doctor loosely.
I am a Spacer's Choice certified surgeon. And if you must know, I can stitch a severed thumb with a 58% chance of avoiding gangrene.
Okay. I know about Eugene. Why not use his teeth as collateral for your gravesite fees?
You know about Eugene? How?
I found a note from Phyllis. None of your business. I'm a mind reader. I like that one.
You were probably poking around my things. I really shouldn't leave my letters sitting out in the open. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
I'm sure he won't miss them.
That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's Choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
You certainly can. Ask forgiveness from the Vicar later. Yeah.
The good Vicar Maximilian and I have never quite seen eye to eye, but your point is well taken. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Alright, so there's 3 more people on that list, and I see I am getting close to my hour. So let's see if I can find
Another day at the cannery.
Yep.
Don't go knocking your work. At least we've got one.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to him. I think the church is right here. So, I'm gonna see if I can talk to the Vicar. And do I have little things scampering around? Anyways, we'll talk to him and we'll wrap up this episode.
Hey.
Work fortifies the spirit.
Sure. Sure it does.
Talking to the good vicar always lifts up my spirits.
It's a very interesting structure. Oh, that's cool light. Doesn't look like the power's very stable though. Okay, so that's the guy himself.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are above confessionals.
What have you got to confess? You ain't thinking of deserting, are you?
What? No. And I resent the accusation.
Wasn't nothing but a question. Do excuse me.
I must be on my way. Verity to you. Talking to the good vicar always lifts my spirits.
Interesting. Oh, don't pull that out. Talk to the person.
Talking to the good vicar always lifts up my spirits.
Okay, so these kindly folk don't really have much to talk about.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto, at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
I'm looking for a power regulator. That's exactly the first thing you want to do. You go to a priest and you tell him you're looking for a power regulator. Actually, I'm gonna do that.
Mechanical tomfoolery is well out of my purview. I suggest you take such matters to Mr. Thompson in the cannery. Oh, and a word of warning. If you're considering wandering around outside the safety of the town, you'd best be cautious.
And why is that? Oh wait, this one's better. I've been outside. I'm not impressed, and I can handle myself better than a Vicar.
The marauders I met when I ventured outside the walls might agree with you. Bastards snuck up on me while I was dutifully hunting for a banned book in a collector's library.
Ooh.
Barely escaped with my life. But you see, one of the reasons I transferred here was to get my hands on that heretical text. If you managed to acquire it for me, I'd pay quite a handsome sum for the book.
I love heretical text. A handsome sum, you say? I assume you want me to burn... wait. I assume you'll want to burn it once you get your hands on it.
What? No, I don't want to burn it. I would never... I mean, I just want to... Look, I have a very simple goal here. I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
You make a compelling argument. Seems to me authorities would be interested to hear you're after this contraband text. I'll need to know a little bit about this book, and maybe I'll get your book and sell it to somebody else. There we go.
I can assure you, you won't find another willing to risk imprisonment to possess this book, nor anyone willing to pay the price I can offer.
Do tell. All very fascinating. Alright, we'll go with that one. You make a compelling argument, sir.
Glad we see eye to eye. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
Oh, heck yeah, I'm serious. I'll look for your book. I need to know a little bit more first, though.
It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Sounds great.
Any progress on that matter we discussed?
Nope.
Please get it.
Oh, I plan on looking. You seem pretty concerned about the book. Care to tell me why?
A religious text deemed heretical by the OSI is an unsafe object at large. Though I understand why a collector would desire to possess such a rare book. Because I'm also a collector of books. Rare things in this colony. Appreciation of the written word outside monthly periodicals is virtually unknown here.
Something tells me you're not really a religious man. How do you know I'm an outsider?
I've never seen you before, and there's been no paperwork indicating a transfer. Half the time it's wrong, but a new worker without paperwork? Unheard of. Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal.
You seem quite dismissive of common... You seem quite dismissive of the common man for a spiritual leader. And I'm and I'm not an ass. That makes one of us.
An ass? Who do you think... Please, excuse my ill temper. I fear you've misunderstood. I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town.
Sure. Isn't it your job to raise that?
Yes, but there are few who hear me in this miserable place. I must double my efforts to elevate my flock. These are good, hard-working people here.
Hold on a minute. Did you just refer to this town as a miserable place?
Yes. And thank you for pointing it out. It is wrong of me to succumb to distress. This place could be so much more, and I will continue in my quest to make it so.
What sort of spiritual advice do you offer here?
They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No? How about, work fortifies the spirit. True exhaustion awaits idle hands.
I was actually asking what your religion was all about. Wait, seriously? That's what you're selling here? I love it.
The OSI teaches that the Grand Architect set a perfect system in motion at the beginning of time. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in that grand plan.
What does OSI stand for?
The Order of Scientific Inquiry, also known as scientism to the layperson.
OSI, scientism. Not very religious sounding. You sure you didn't just make all this up?
Mock me all you want. I know my beliefs to be true.
So how do you talk to this Grand Architect? Prayer, meditation, or what?
You don't talk to the Grand Architect. Once the universe was set in motion, it stepped back. It has no concern for us.
Doesn't sound like a very motivational religious philosophy. What's there to aspire to?
We will eventually decode the plan and all its intricacies. Once we are able to deduce the properties of every particle in the universe and its trajectory, we will know everything. The future, the past, each person's place within the plan, all will be laid out before us, removing struggle and bringing peace. No one will ever need question their path again. Some even believe this ultimate knowledge will unlock mankind's true potential, and we will all become akin to Grand Architects ourselves, after a fashion.
That seems unlikely.
I would love to discuss the finer points of my religion with you. Oh, wait. No, I wouldn't. Seriously, though, to truly understand the metaphysics involved takes years of study and contemplation.
I just thought of something else I need to be doing. Goodbye! Alright, and on that note, I am going to end this episode here. Until next time, you all take care.